All right, so we are working on asteroids again today. Let's go ahead and get everything set up. I think the focus today that I want to work on is the leveling up. So I wanna make it so we can go past one level because we can play the game. You can win. You can basically win one level, destroy the one asteroid completely to dust. But obviously that won't really matter if we are if there's nothing after that. It's just you're just now in space alone by yourself forever, which is not great. Okay, so let's do village attach Bevy asteroids. I think things are actually working right now, so we can actually play. So if we run this, which one do I have as running? I think it's this one up here. Yeah, there we go. So we have our title screen. We can press start, press space to start. We go into our get ready. We automatically get dropped into the game. We have the one asteroid. We can shoot it. Oh right, the high score exists too. So I have my previous high score that I ever gotten, which was 9. On my other profile, I was able to play to the maximum, which is always going to be the same, something like 40 something. So like this one asteroid generates 40 little tiny asteroids. Can't really turn very well. So that's probably something we're going to want to eventually deal with when we get to tweaking. But yeah, that's the game. Then I can also die, or basically I can die. That's the only way to get to game over is to be dead. And then it saves the score. So now our high score is 13. Oh, the score isn't displaying properly. That's a thing. All right, so what are we doing with the README here? I don't think I need this at all. Okay, so score. Oh yeah, update game over screen with the correct score. So we have that. So that's something we need to do. And then I think that's everything for score. Okay, so we want to update the game over screen with the correct score. After destroying all the asteroids, we level increases. I want to add the ability to teleport the ship and add the UFO. And then that is like the entire game cloned. And then maybe after that, something fun to do would be come up with a twist. So something of our own to make it ours. Because I do recommend that. If anybody is ever like creating like a clone or something else, create a twist in it. Like recreate it, create a twist, and now it's not just I cloned asteroids. Now it's something like I built my own version of asteroids, which is nice. Okay, update the game over screen with the correct score. This should actually be fairly simple. We need to what happened? What did I do? Helix. I need to find, where would it be? Oh, it's probably the UI system, right? So UI system, I probably just have a hard-coded 3 somewhere. Yeah, subtitle 3. No, that was getting started. Hi, update score UI. That's no, game over screen. There we go. And this is just hard-coded to be 3, which is really cool. You always get 3 as a score, but we can get the current score with this thing. And let's see, the way we get that, we're going to go score, and I think we just double deref it. And that gets the number out, which, okay, so that should work. So let's try it. See, we saved. I forgot to do the dynamic linking again. Oh, interesting. The high score was 0 during the countdown. That's not right. So this is fix. Let's see. Get ready should show correct high score, which it is not. Let's get a score. Like we get like I don't know, something like that. 5, and there we go. We get something other than 3. Perfect. Okay, so that's good. Let's go ahead and save this. We are game over screen shows the correct score now. I suppose I can also drink the tea that I brought out. Okay. Get ready should show the correct score. Now, we have a get ready, right? So get ready screen. Oh, but you know what? It's in the top. It's in the top left, isn't it? Because the get ready screen is just get ready and the text, right? And the problem here, okay, so you know what? The high score here isn't correct. That's our real problem. The high score here isn't correct. Where is that? Probably systems. I think that it was in the shared systems. In the okay, so we do the load high score. I don't need to do that print anymore. And I don't think I need to print line these either. Just if they're errors. Okay. Load high score. Okay, so I load the high score after display score happens. Oh, but actually I probably want it to be the opposite. I want to load the display score after this other one. Okay. So display the score after the load high score happens, and then I think it's going to have the correct high score. I think that's how it's going to work. So if we run this again, now the high score here is 13. I press space, it's still 13. And let's get a higher score than 13 so that way we can see that it's working properly. Oh, except I died. All right, we can start the game over again. I forgot that we added that feature in. That was close. Okay, 26. So the high score is working correctly. Excellent. All right, so that means you are happy, which means the score is done. I wish there was folding in Helix, because then I could just fold these. But I don't think there is. Yeah, there's no fold. When you hit play again, the score should reset. Yes, the score should reset. Let's double check that that's happening. So high score is 27, which is what we had gotten previously. Score is 0. So I get a score of 3. I die. Let's play again. Oh, yeah, score is 3 still. Now, does it continue counting from there? It does. So I can get a high score illegally. So that's a good point. Okay. So this is when restarting game score should reset. Now this is in the library, I believe. Okay, so on exit. Okay, so starting, playing, get ready. I don't think it's. I think it was on game over. So on enter game over, on exit game over. Reset UI, reset game. Okay, so then in reset game, I want to get the res mute score, and we're just gonna do score dot. I don't think I put anything like reset, so it's gonna be score dot 0 equals 0. Oh, why are you double mute? Yeah, that okay. So that resets you there, so that should work. Okay, so if we reset. That reset there. I kind of want the reset game is fine, but so I did game over on exit game over, and that reset the game. Oh, that resets the game, but the score doesn't update during the countdown. Okay, so we have on exit game get ready, on enter get ready. And then I think I need an on update get ready, because we have like we have a UI update for the scores, right? So I think I need an update. Okay, so for update starting get ready, I want to update the score here. Okay, so now the score UI should update. Okay, so we have 3 as a high score. I die, and now back to 0 right away, and it doesn't wait until the end of get ready. We're good to go. Now we can play again. Excellent. Okay, so that's what we want. So that means, so also we have that warning. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so now finally score is all set up and done. Okay, so this is now score resets after restarting the game, and we're done with working with scores. So next up, after destroying all asteroids, level increases. All right, so this is the next big one. So what does this mean? What do we have to do to increase the level? So we have to increase the number of asteroids. But we also have to detect. So detect the all asteroids are gone. So when all asteroids are gone, increase the number of asteroids. We can also increase the speed of the asteroids, maybe? Or is that too hard? I don't know. We can play around with that. I don't remember in the original game if the asteroid speed increased or if just the number of asteroids increased. I actually don't think that I need to increase the speed of the asteroids to make it harder. I think just more asteroids is just going to make it really hard really fast, because once you start destroying things, it's going to do this stuff. Okay, so after destroying all the asteroids, we increase the level. So what does that mean? We detect the asteroids are gone. We increase the number of asteroids. We then move to get ready. So switch to get ready state. And then is there anything else that we really need to do for this? I mean, I don't know. I think that just sort of works. Let's try it. All right, so detect all the asteroids are gone. So I don't think I think we could just do this with one system, right? So let's go to the asteroid system. Let's add a pub function. It's not really handle, it's like end level. And this would be an update, wouldn't it? So when we're playing the game in here, and it doesn't matter which order it runs in. So we're just going to say systems, asteroid systems, and level. I need the count of asteroids, and I don't need to add any more, right? So this is just going to be, what would it be called? This is just going to be the asteroid. I guess it's just going to be, I want to get the query for the asteroids, right? So we're going to have asteroid query. It's going to be a query. And I don't think I really need anything. I can just do an asteroid. And so if I get the count here, so asteroids left. Okay, so if I get an iter and then I can count this, right? Okay, so that gives me a U size. And so if asteroids left, oh, I don't actually have to get a count, because I can just do is empty here like that. So I can say, okay, so if you're not is empty, we can change this to a guard. So if we're not empty, that means there's still asteroids left, and therefore we're just going to do an early return, and we're good to go. Okay. All right. What was I doing? Okay, so we now know that we have no asteroids left. So at this point in time, we know that the level is over. So we have successfully detected that the asteroids are gone. So then we want to increase the number of asteroids. And I think we have an asteroids count, right? Because in our resources, we have asteroid count. Perfect. So I'm going to mute asteroid count is going to be a res mute asteroid count. And so I want to get the current one and then increase it. I wonder if I can plus equals this. So I wonder if I can just do asteroid count. So just increase you by 1, which you're not yelling at me, so that's good. And then switch to the get ready state. And then I think that's state next, right? So then mute. Oh, I need our current state. I mean, technically we know what state we're currently in, but just to make sure I don't accidentally add this in somewhere else, let's get our current state. So our current state is going to be a state of game state. And then we have mute next state is going to be is it state mute? No, it's just state, game state. Okay, so I want to match on, I mean, really I only want to do this in one specific state. So for one specific state, let's see, I can do an if let then, right? can I also just do a let game state? Would this work? Can I do this? Okay, so if the game state plane equals current state get, like, would this work? Otherwise, I want else, and we're just going to return because we're not in the right state. I'm going to, because there's nothing in here to grab. It's just the state. Rest analyzer hasn't finished running yet. Oh, that made it unhappy. Okay. Because I can matches. I can matches. So if matches, which side is the pattern? Which side is the thing? Does it actually matter? Can both be patterns? Returns whether the given expression matches any of the given patterns. Like in a match expression, the pattern can be optionally followed. Okay, so the pattern is on the right and the thing is on the left. So then we would do current state, and then this would be game state plane. Okay, so if it matches this, then I want to switch to the get ready state. So that would be next state. Is it set? What are you? It's not get. I thought it was something like set. I don't think it's something like 0 dot. No, it's like next state dot, and then, okay, so where did I do state before? So if we do, that's not the only place I've used state. Okay, so in shared systems, okay, so we have current game state, next game state. Yeah, okay, it is. Next game, okay, so it is a state. Okay. So it is set, and then we're going to do game state, get ready. Okay, so we schedule that. What are you upset about? Mismatch types expected. Oh, it's a game state over here. Oh, right, because I have to get you. Okay, that gives me that. And then set. What are you upset about? Oh, it's trait bound. Following trait bounds were not satisfied. Game state type path. Huh. Oh, because they're resources. I have to wrap this in resource. Okay, that's what the problem is. So you are in a res. Okay, so that's what I need to do there. Okay, everything else should be fine. The method set exists for struct res mute, but its trait bounds were not satisfied. Okay, so res mute. Oh, next state, game state. It's not state. It's next state. Okay, res mute, next state, game state. Now I can do the set. There we go. That's just an if let though. Yeah, I tried the if let. Did I do that wrong? Did I just do a let? Here, let's try this again. So if I do an if let, game state plane equals current state get. I do you. Yeah, I think that's better. I like it. Thank you for that. Okay, so that means now we switch the game state and then it should work. You demand cat. I'm sorry, Zilby. Zilby was upstairs. I don't know where he is. Maybe during a break, I'll go find him. Also, hello Ray and Diablo. Okay, so let's play this to see if it works. Okay, so I need to win this level. So now we actually see how good I am at actually playing the game. Not that good yet. I should make it so I can turn faster, which will make this a lot faster. Although the turning slow does make it so you can see the asteroids coming towards you and you're like, I need to get out of the way. And you need to see that early. Like that was close. All right, one last. Okay, 2 asteroids. Oh, our ship didn't disappear. Oh. Okay. That's I can't fire. I can't fire. It doesn't. Okay. Oh, wait. I can't fire. The bullets aren't showing up. Oh, that's weird. What happens if I die with one of the ships? Oh, weird. Okay, so that's an interesting bug. Oh, I can fire now. Okay. So I think it worked. And then you start back over to 1. Okay, perfect. So when we go to get ready, I should Why do we get another ship? What are we doing? Is it in get ready creates the ship? Okay, so this is all running. Get ready, on enter get ready, add player. Okay, so I want to remove the player. I want to remove the player in here. Okay, so end level. So we're going to reset that so we have a player anywhere we want. Or, yeah, I think it's actually easier for the player if I'm not like continuing to move where I was. Because like that might be really unfair, especially if I'm moving really fast. So we're just going to start over again. It's going to be just a new level. So end level, I want the player. So that's going to be mute ship query, except you need to be you're just going to be the entity. So okay, I get the entity with the ship. So I go to this. If we're playing, set what the next step is, what the next state is going to be. We need commands. And we're going to do commands entity. I also want to let the ship. So we should have a ship at this point in time. So we should be pretty safe at just unwrapping this. Okay, so let ship equals ship query. Oh, so get symbol. Let's see. Returns a single read-only query item when there is exactly one entity matching the query. Single. Returns a single read-only query, and then I think this one crashes. This one has an error. Okay, so let's see. I can okay this and then do an if let sum. So yeah, okay, so if, oh, you know what I can do? I could just do an if let, so let some ship equals this. Otherwise, again, we have to return early because something's, actually, I don't do anything at all. I do need to return. Okay, so let's do an if let sum. If let sum, it is nested, which is not great. Okay, so command entity, pass in the ship, and I want to, is it remove? It's destroy, it's delete, despawn. Despawn recursive. Okay, that makes you happy. You don't need to be mutable. Okay, so now the ship should properly despawn, so we should only have one ship in the new level. That was close. Uh-oh. I'm not, okay. Didn't get out of that one. And didn't see that one coming. I wasn't looking at the other side of the screen. I mean, I probably should, just to make it easier, increase the speed that I can turn. That would definitely make it easier on me. We could also increase the number of bullets that I can fire, which would also make it easier. Okay, last one. Oh, cool. Crash. Okay, so panicked at, okay, in cargo. Could not insert a bundle or entity because it doesn't match this world. Doesn't exist in this world. Encountered a panic when applying buffers for system Bevy. Change thruster colors. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I need to, if I remove the ship here, it's because we're currently, yeah, okay. So if I despawn the ship fully, it's not going to work, is it? I don't actually know if this is a good idea. It makes me think that maybe when we enter into this state, let's do this here. Okay, so on enter, get ready. Now I add the player, and add player just adds you in, right? So what if I first remove the player and then add the player? I don't actually know if that's a good idea. Like this, I mean, this is adding a new player altogether. I could also do this only if there's no other player. We could, actually don't know what, I wonder if this, my thought is this is going to make it too hard, but maybe it won't. Let's find out. So if I do ship query, and I don't really care about this, I just need to know how many that we have a ship. No data. Oh, weird. Okay, YouTube just said that my connection just died, but I have not dropped any frames, and I'm sending out at 7 megs to restream. So that's odd. No, I'm dead. Yeah, that's true. I have no proof. You can't see or hear at all? Is that real or is that... Let's see. Now you're having me say, oh, bitrate is in a red. On Twitch, it's fine. Dude, think about it. Look, come on. If I have to think about it, I mean, I'm a streamer. What's the number of times that streamers just get caught up in that kind of thing? I'm just following the script. How do he respond to you if he can't see? Well, look, it's possible that I no longer exist. And yeah, I don't know. Look, I know your email isn't working. I will send you an email to let you know how to fix it. Okay? You've gotten Toggle with this once. He lost it. Well, I generally don't lose that kind of thing. I just more of like, oh yeah, I'm silly today, or I need more caffeine. So something like that. I think I mentioned this before. I'm actually fairly easy to get with that kind of stuff. I don't know why. Ship? No, this is ship. For some reason, it's fairly easy for me to get got by that kind of stuff. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's just some weirdness with like how my brain works, which is kind of fun, because generally speaking, it leads to fun, humorous things of like, oh look at the streamer just totally get lost. All right, so ship query. Let's check to see if we don't have anything in here. So we want to say if not ship query is empty. So if you are not empty, we don't need to add you, right? So then we're just going to return like that. I don't need to do you. Okay. I'm going to use variables. We're not doing any of these. Oh, yeah. Oops. Okay, so I need to fix the current state thing again. Okay, so this way, if let, this would be game state. So if let game state plain is equal to current state get. Okay, so if you're the get, then I want to do next state, and we're gonna set that to be a game state, game statu, get ready. And then that's it. That's not supposed to be that's lowercase, right? Okay. Then I don't need you to. Okay, no warnings, no errors. Let's check to see if this works a little bit better for us. That was close. Shooting things feels like much more dangerous in this version of the game because they can't turn and they move faster after you shoot them. So it's more likely if you shoot something close to you that it might just kill you and you can't do anything about it. So strategy, don't shoot bigger things close to you. Okay, last one. There we go. Okay, get ready. Now I didn't move at all. And now we have, oh, that didn't delete the bullets. It didn't clear out the bullets. The bullets were still there. So I need to clear out the bullets, or you know what? Let them continue. No, I need to clear out the bullets as soon as the game is over. Oh, I'm surprised that didn't end the game. Let's see. Other things. Let's see. Clear out the bullets. What else do I want to do? Do we have a delete bullet system? Okay, so on, enter, update position, spawn the asteroids, reset countdown, get ready screen. Okay, what do I have? Do I have systems, bullet systems? Oh, I have delete expired bullets. And I think what I want to do is just delete all bullets. So let's just delete all bullets. So I want a query of the bullets, right? So bullet query gives me that. And then I want a mute commands. And I think that's going to be it. And we're just going to do for, I need, let's see, query. I need you to be entity with bullet. Okay, so for bullet in, bullet query. Okay, so entity, bullet. We can just despawn you like that. Okay, so we're good to go. Delete all bullets. Okay, delete all bullets there. Okay, so when we enter, now all the bullets should despawn, should be removed. And we're not doing any of the even if a bullet is on top of an asteroid, that should be fine. I don't think it's going to be a problem. So this can run in parallel to everything else. Let's try this again. Oh, that was close. Oh, but then that happened. That was closer than it should have been. This one is full of close calls. All right, so that one is dangerous to hit right now because it might just send something straight at me. But now I can go after it. Okay, there we go. The bolts are gone, and therefore it doesn't automatically just shoot more asteroids. That's good. So there we go. I think we're in a good state. So I'm pretty sure that we've now finished this feature, which is level 2 happens now. Do I want something like get ready level 1, level 2 to like actually display what level we're on? I couldn't get away with it. What does that look like? So when I start get ready, I don't know where to put it. I mean, think you can just see the asteroids. I think we're fine with that. Okay, so no warnings, and we have you done. All right, so we have after destroying all asteroids, level increases. Okay, next thing, teleport. So in the original game, there is an emergency button that you can press to teleport your ship. So it's sort of like, I'm about to die, let's teleport. But if I remember correctly, the teleport teleports you randomly around the screen, and it doesn't check if you're going to be in the middle of an asteroid. So it's an incredibly dangerous thing to use. Basically, you never want to use it unless it's an actual, like, I am about to die, because you might die because of the teleport, which is hilarious. So now I have an input. Do I have an input systems? No, all the shared systems are where we have that. So I want to do something like pub function. Do I? Where is this? Transition from, okay, systems. Yeah, okay. So asteroid, bullet, camera, debug, explosion, shared, ship, UI. Oh, is it like, for example, in ship systems? Oh, I do have it in here. Okay, so we have input, rotate ship. Okay, so I kind of want to just repeat this. I don't want to say input, teleport. So import, teleport, ship. We're going to have the keyboard input, and that was the wrong one to get. So I want an event, don't I? So I want a new event, and this is going to be a teleport event. I don't even need to pass anything in here. It's just we are teleporting. That's what it is. So in teleport event, so in ship systems, it's what is it? It's like a send event. So send teleport event. There's something about the event. Let's see, event. See, in thrust, that doesn't do anything there. Input firing. Where do I have the event stuff happening? Apply thrust. Oh. It's in oh, wait. I don't have to do this. Because we can just say I just teleport the ship, right? So I don't have to do an event for that. It just does it immediately. There's no wait, there's no nothing else. It just, on that same frame that you press it, we're good. We're done. So in our events, gonna get rid of you. Okay, so ship systems, keyboard event. Now I think you need to be mutable. I think that's how it works, right? So I don't care about the rotate speed or anything else. We're gonna say, because there's a keyboard input. Oh, there was like the pressed and released. That's what I want. Not just pressed. Okay. Clear just pressed. Clears the just pressed state of the input and returns true if the input has just been pressed. I think this will mean that it won't automatically do it. I have to release it and then press it again to do it all. Okay, so if I do that, so, and this gives me a Boolean. So we'll just do an if. Okay, so if we just pressed you, I want to now reset your, okay, so that means we need our world size. So, and that's a res for the world size. And then I want to say, we want to just change I just want to change the location that we are on. So that's going to be a position. So we want our ship, and we want, oh, should I also change the movement direction? I don't know if I should. I don't know if that's going to feel right or wrong. Let's try it without changing that. So if I just want the position, right? So we want mute position with the ship. Okay, so give me the ship's position. If we just pressed it, I want to get the single ship. Okay, so if let some, this is going to be the ship position, right? So ship position is equal to ship query. Isn't get single mute. Convert that into an option. Okay, so I get the ship position. I want to do ship position dot. Oh, I need to create a random position. So I also need to do let mute RNG, good range, do let x equals, okay, so where x is going to be equal to a, what do I have in world size? That is, you know what? Should I just do a random XY in the world? We can do that inside of here, right? Like put the logic in here so I could just call get random. So like if I do a pub function get random chords, that would take a reference to self, and we're going to turn a, this could just be a vec3. Why are you upset at me? It's not a trait of from. Oh, because I put this in from. Well, that's not where I want to put it. I want to put this in here. Simple world size. Like that. Okay. So get random coordinates. I want to grab random coordinates. Here's where I'm going to do a mute, right? So let mute RNG, and then we're going to have, okay, so we're going to critter x, and really I can just return a vec3 new. All right, so for our x, I want a RNG gen range. Now I believe that this is between half. So I really want like half width is self 0 divided by 2, half height self dot 1 divided by 2. And so I want from negative half width to half width here. I'm going to gen range negative half height to half height. And then I don't care about the z. And we return u. Okay, so get random chords. So I don't need to create u anymore. Ship position 0 is we're going to reset u to be, I mean, actually, do I want to set this to be that? Or do I want to also do, what if I do that? What if I do in components, we have our position. And so I also do a function in here. So we're going to do a pub function, except this is going to be set random. So mute self. I don't return anything. We just set you to be random, right? So we are going to self.0 is going to be equal to, oh, we need the world coordinates. So the world size is going to be a reference to a world size. So we can say world size, get random chords, and we set that. Okay. So I have world size here. So I want set random. We passed the world size. So I want, I don't think that's going to work for me, right? Well, okay. Couple different problems. This method takes one argument. Wait, what's the one argument? Input T. Oh, right. This is key code. I need, what is it called? Key code. Oh, I just used key code. Key code. What should our emergency jet button be? Space is being used for firing. Left, right, up, and down is for moving. So I can use enter. Enter might work. So key code, enter. What are you upset about? This method takes 1 argument, but 0 arguments were. Well, I'm passing you in now. Now what? Oh, it looks like the LSP was frozen or crashed or something. Huh. Stuck on that, which is fun. Okay. All right. I think we're good now. Now world size, this is a little bit odd because I don't think that's working correctly. I think I have to dereference you once to get to the actual world size. Cannot borrow data in dereference a Bevy prelude res. Trait deref mute is required to modify through a dereference, but it's not implemented for. Oh, you need to be a res mute. Okay, so res mute like that. That's good. And then ship position. If let mute ship position. Okay. Now we have teleport ship. And I want to run that in update and when we're playing. So like this. So systems, ship systems, teleport ship. So now theoretically I can teleport. And I can teleport as often as I want, which is a terrible game strategy, but it's doable. So there. Okay, and if I hold it down, it doesn't work. So I do have to reset this. And then eventually I will probably just get killed by an asteroid because it is random. And I am, yeah, there we go. So it's super dangerous, but it works. So we can now teleport. Okay. No errors, no warnings. All right, so we can teleport with enter key. All right. The final thing for this before it's essentially been completely recreated is to have a UFO. So what is a UFO? So in the original game, every level, a single UFO is created and flies around the map. And I don't remember what it might be random and it might be just sort of like the same movements throughout the system. I don't remember if it can collide with the asteroids. It fires bullets potentially randomly. I think, though, that it can be fun if we have the UFO just be a completely random movement, though. As it like just sort of appears somewhere, it randomly moves, and then it fires bullets at the player. Like, actually just at the player. So the player has to move. And they're normal bullets, which means those bullets you can hide from the player by hiding behind an asteroid, and it will destroy the asteroid for you. I kind of feel that might be a better UFO for us. So okay, so we have to spawn UFO in it's I guess that the UFO will spawn X seconds into a level. UFO moves randomly. UFO fires bullets towards the current location of player. Now, I could have it try to lead, but I think that would actually be too OP for the UFO. I think that would be too hard to deal with. I think that if we just have it fire towards you, you have to move, which makes it already harder because moving makes everything like there's more things to track now. And then also UFO bullets can kill player. UFO bullets can kill okay, so UFO bullets can kill player asteroids. Haha, what? Too hard? Yeah. I mean, things can be too hard, right? Okay, spawn a UFO X seconds into a level. Okay, so now I have this as a player, but I think I want to create a new system just for the UFO, don't I? Tell that to any of us that were kids in the 90s and played bullet hells that did that. Yeah, that's true. They did track, didn't they? But we're in the modern days, right? Like in the modern days, we need much easier games. Otherwise, nobody's going to play. Okay, so let's see. Let's create a new system for this. So new source systems, UFO systems. I mean, this is kind of why I hate video games, because they're now easier for you. I think this is going to be hard enough already without it because of some of the other things we have. Because like I believe in the original game, it fired randomly, which meant that you can just stay still and it might not ever hit you at all. All you have to do is hit it faster. But now you're gonna have to run away from it, which is different. So I think we're making it easier in some ways and harder in other ways. I think that's the idea here. So let's do a pub. Okay, so spawn UFO X seconds into a level. Now, should I do the timer first? When do I want to do that? Do I want to like sleep the system, or do I want to have something where, okay, at the beginning of the level this runs once, right? Oh, when we exit get ready, it starts a timer. Okay, so this will be set UFO spawn timer. We need a resource, so we're gonna have a pub struct UFO timer, and that is gonna be a pub timer. Yeah, tracks elapsed time. Okay, so there we go with that. Cannot be copied. Okay, good to know. Which means we need to set our resource. Okay, so insert resource, UFO timer. How long should this be? Is this seconds or is this milliseconds? I don't remember. Oh, it's yeah, timer from seconds. So timer from seconds, duration from, wait. No, I don't have to be given a duration, right? It figures it out. It's actually just, yeah, F32. Okay, so how many seconds? Let's do something like 15. You have 15 seconds to clear the level. And if you haven't cleared the level, after 15 seconds, the UFO comes in. Thank you for that, Diablo. And then we have a timer mode, which I want you to be once. So it's just a once, and we'll reset that after that. Okay, so insert resource, and then we will set UFO spawn timer. Actually, I ran out of this. I am going to take a quick break as well and go grab some. I probably should have done it during the commercial. Okay. Well, welcome back. I need to go grab my next drink. So I will be back after the ads ended. Sorry about that. Bad timing. I will be right back. Right, I am back. And we got a cat. I know, it's my payment for taking a break after the ads. Are you done out here? I know, carry me from room to room so I may view my kingdom. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we'll see if he. Oh yeah, he's gonna hang out with us. Now, he was upstairs, hanging out underneath a chair, so he was having a lot of fun doing that. Was that old boomer coffee mug T-shirt bumper sticker thing? Dogs have owners, cats have staff. I think that's exactly it. I mean, that sounds exactly it. Okay, so what were we doing? We have our UFO timer, and then I want to, and the UFO systems, we want to set this to actually run now, right? So in the library, when we exit, get ready. So on exit, get ready, I also want to run systems, UFO systems, set the UFO spawn timer. So we are going to, I think I can just reset this, right? And then just have it run starting now. So it's going to be a mute UFO spawn timer is a res mute UFO timer. And then I just want to do a UFO spawn timer. Is it like a reset? Something like that? Oh, I don't have res mute in here. Wait, use Bevy. No prototype? Prelude, not prototype. What language am I running? Okay, and then that resets it. Okay, so reset the timer, and okay, so then I want to tick the timer. So pub function, UFO spawn timer update. So it's going to be the exact same thing, right? So we have mute, except double mute, of course. And this one's going to be UFO spawn timer tick. Oh, and then I need the timer for duration. After having so many cats, I'm surprised I can't put it on my CV. Office manager of the feline CEO. I've actually seen a lot of startups play like fun with that, where they put like the pet as like CEO or director or something else like that on the website. I should probably do the same thing. Well, actually, I have plans in the LMS to do something where like Zilby is present, almost like Zilby is helping teach or something else. I don't know what yet. But yeah, we can definitely do something like that. Okay, so I want the timer is that just a res timer, or is it, I think it's a res, right? So we have res timer, or is it res time? So then I want timer delta. There we go. Okay, so then this ticks. So we're gonna do spawn timer update. Okay, so this is on update for the game. So as we're playing, we want to update you. Okay, so we update the spawn timer, and then we want to, in the UFO systems, we want to now spawn the UFO, right? So spawn UFO, which would happen in update here like this. So, okay. So I need that timer. So we're going to have a UFO spawn timer is just going to be a res this time with the UFO timer. And we are eventually going to need like the commands and everything else like that. So right now, let's start with our just UFO spawn timer. And so we're going to have to check to see, okay, so if the UFO spawn timer is finished, returns true if the timer has reached its duration. For repeating timers, this method behaves identically to just finished. But just finished returns true only on the tick the timer reached its duration. So I want this, just finished. So if it's just finished, then we're going to want to insert, if we just do false, we can return. So we don't care. We'll guard clause that. All right, so when we hit, just finished, I want to create the UFO design. Okay, so we have to create a polyline for this, which is similar, but it's going to be the exact same shape every single time. So let in the asteroid systems, we have this create asteroid shape. I kind of want to just copy you, and this will be create UFO shape. And that will return the polygon size. Now this is a scale, and the UFO never changes scale, so I don't actually need that. This will just be you. Okay, so I don't need RNG for this, but we are going to have our points, right? And then we can hard code this. Point count, I don't need that. I don't need the size. And I think it starts from the center, right? So if I just want it to be like boop, 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 boop. Okay, so we're going to start all the way on the far left. So if I do something like negative 10. Oh, and these are actually points, right? So they are, point is gen range between this, push into that. Wait, aren't these going to be shapes polygon? What do you take? Yeah, you don't know what this is. It's tuples? See, point. Oh, vec2. A point is a vec2. That's what it is. Okay, so it's a bunch of vec2s. Got it. So vec2, do a new, and then we have our x and a y. So I want this to be something like negative 10 and 0. So that would be our far left, and then we go up a little bit left, right? So that would be a vec2 new negative like 5 and like 3, so I can have it be a little bit much wider than it is taller. We can have it be 5 dot top. And then we do it on the other side. So vec2 new. I want this to be at 5 dot, 5 dot. Then it's going to be at 10 and 0. And then I want to repeat it on the other side. So we're going to have vec2 new. This is going to be 5 dot, negative 5 dot, negative 5 dot, negative 5 dot, and then negative. Oh, and then it's back to the same one. So the close should bring it back there again. Okay. So we put our points in, we close true. You don't need to be mutable because I create you all here. And I don't need to return the size. So we just return shapes polygon. Missing generics for struct polygon. I didn't have any before. Failed to resolve. Okay. Import you. Okay, let's see if this works. So if I want our shape is going to be equal to create UFO shape. I wonder if it's going to figure it out eventually. So we do that, and then I want to, okay, commands. Okay, so we get you, and I want to do a commands spawn. That was command spawn. Oh, commands dot spawn. Spawn. We have a bundle. Right. What was shape bundle? Shape bundle. Was it new? No, I just did it manually. Shape bundle. We have a path. And then that was the shape, right? Everything else is default. Default. I am okay with this being just an outline. So we don't do a fill, we just do a stroke, right? Stroke. Oh, it's not that. It's stroke. Oh, it was like stroke new, right? Stroke new. Color. Antique white. Line width. Let's just do 2 to make it really visible. Okay, so that gives you. I don't want to return anything like that. Okay. Other things. I want. You're still upset about this, aren't you? Why are you upset? Why were you okay with polygon here? Oh, path. Geometry builder, build as shape. That's what I'm missing. Geometry builder. Geometry builder, build as shape. Okay. Nope. You're still upset. Missing generics for struct prelude polygon. Is it the wrong polygon? Bevy prototype lion shapes. Oh, I think it's the wrong polygon. Where's where's polygon? Oh, it's coming from here. So I want you to be. Oh, that's the problem. Okay, so this is going to be a Bevy prototype lion shapes polygon. That's what we're returning here. Much better. There we go. Okay, now you're happy. So you're gonna be that. I want a new marker component. It's gonna pub struct, and this is gonna be a UFO. Okay. We give you a marker like that. We need a position for this. Do I want like a random edge position to put it on? Oh, that could be cool. We can do a new random edge. So if I do components, position, new random edge, we'll take in the world size like that, pass it in itself. Okay. All right. So if we have that world size, I can just get another impl off of you. So pub function get random edge. So we're going to do the same thing. We'll get. Okay, so now right now this is generating anywhere in between there, right? I guess the first thing we have to generate is which edge is it going to come from? Left, right, up, or down? So that's really just a number between 1 and 4. So what if I just do let random edge is going to be a RNG. I guess you could just do a gen range between 0 and 4. It's an I32, but that's fine. I mean, I could just set you to be a U8. Okay, so we have our random edge. I want to match on the random edge to determine the X and the Y, right? Let's see. So if we're on 0, let's just say we start at the top. So 0 is the top. I want to do that would be always negative Y by half, but then a random X. So I can do something like X. We can do a tuple here, right? So match random edge. Okay, so if we're a 0, then let's be at the top, which means that you're going to be a RNG. Okay, gen range for the X side is going to be negative half width to half width, but then the Y is always going to be negative half height. Custard, hello. You know that multiplying by 0.5 is more computationally efficient than dividing by 0. Micro performance tip. Oh, I did not know that. Yeah, we could do that. Multiply by 0.5. Okay. I might have some. Oh, I have to divide by 2 up here too. Let's by 0.5. Okay. So we got that. It's good to know. I don't know if I've heard that before or not, but I'll try to keep in mind that in the future. All right, so then we're gonna do this 4 times, right? So, and at the very end, you're gonna be upset at us, so we have to say that if you are here, we'll just say 0, 0, even though we should never run into that. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3. It's not inclusive, so these are our options. All right, so in 1, this is going to be on the right-hand side, right? So on the right-hand side, I want, okay, so let's do bottom side first. This is going to be negative half width, and then half height. And then you're going to be very different. You're going to be on the right-hand side. So you're just going to be on half width over here. RNG, we're going to gen range between negative half height to half height. Okay, so this is going to be negative half width and then to there. Okay, so this is where it's going to launch. Okay, so we get a random edge. That gets us our X, Y, and then we just want X and Y like that. Don't forget the comma. Okay, I think that's good. So get random, then you. Okay, so world size. We're gonna do self world size. Get random edge, and we return that. Okay, so this is new random edge from you. So then we're gonna do a position, new random edge, and then we do need the world size. Okay, so grab you in there, and then I want to pass in a reference of a destructured world size. Okay. Did I miss another ad? I think I missed another ad break. Sorry about that. Okay, so position, new random edge, new world size. Sorry, messaging work again. Okay. Position, new random edge. We do that. Okay, so that gives us a position. It's a marker type of a UFO. I think that this will just automatically be drawn now. Will this just work? How's the game coming along? It's coming along pretty nicely, I think. We've got we're working on the very last feature before we add a twist, which is implement the UFO. Which the UFO is already a little bit of a twist itself. Like we have a few little bits of twists in here already. We have no big twist though. Now, if I just run this, let's see, it's 15 seconds, right? I don't know if this is going to work on its own or not. I don't remember. So if we just wait for 15 seconds, are we going to have a UFO appear? You're right. It is at the top right there. That is really hard. That is a small UFO. Okay, so we need a larger UFO. Well, we can figure that out. So in shape, let's do let our width is going to be something like, it's really half width, right? So our half width. Let's set that to be, okay, so 10 is really tiny. So let's set that to be like 25. And then let half height is going to be like, I don't know, 12, 13. Sure. So then you are, this would be the full, just get rid of width and height. Okay, so I want the full width all the way to the left, right? And then I would do half on the other one. So this is going to be full width. Okay, so negative width, and then 0 for the center, and then negative half width. So negative width times 0.5. And then you're going to be at half height. So height times 0.5. And then it's both them. I wonder if I just do half on each. So I only have to do that calculation once. Okay, so negative width and 0, negative half width and half height. You are half width, half height. You are at width 0, half width, negative half height, negative half width, and negative half height. Okay, so if I do that, let's try to go somewhere like really, really big. So if I do 15 and like 20, 50 and 20, that's fairly large. I mean, this might be a good size. Looking forward to see this UFO without a microscope, I guess. Okay, there it appears there. Good. Now, size. I need to figure out what the size is going to be. And maybe this is where I actually do, I wonder if I should just have this be size 50. Let's take in size, which is going to be an F32. And we'll just say that your width is going to be the size, and then your height is going to be size times, so instead of half, let's do like a quarter, right? So 0.25. Okay, so if we do that, now, okay, I want let our size is going to be, we're going to get a size like you, components. We're going to do 50, double dereference the size to go into here. Single dereference, and then add in size. So now we have the size in there, so we can do collision detection also, I suppose. We have our position. We can give it a, we're going to be giving it a random when we update. Okay, so that should be good. So we should now be able to add in, you can usually do arithmetic operations at once for both components of a vector if you don't split width, height into two variables. How would I do that if they're different sizes? If like the width and the height are different? I guess I think I would need to see that. See what you mean in order to like do that. Let size equals vec2 new width height. Let half size equals size.05. Oh, yeah, you're right. That would work. Okay, let's do let our, okay, so the size in here. So we're going to shadow the size, and that's going to be equal to a vec2 new, and so we're going to have our size, and then this is going to be size times 0.25. Okay, so that gives me size, and then we could just have half size equals size times 0.5, and then basically do, okay, 0.6 map. Oh, because I'm just doing that. And I can do the squishing after the circle drawing. Basically do, okay. So I don't think I've ever used rotate on this. Okay, so hold on. How would that work? So we loop through. You don't know if rotate is a function they provide. Okay. That would have to be on an actual array. So that would be something like after a map. What does rotate do? That's normally? Yeah, vector math. I don't really know much vector math. So that would be definitely something we can learn and figure out how to do that. Rotating a 2D vector by an angle. Oh, because those angles are the same as I move around. I don't know. We'd have to do probably more calculations based upon that. Okay. I do like this stuff though. So if we change u, so if I do vec new, and this is going to be negative, let's see, size dot x, and then 0, and then this is going to be, oh, half, half size dot x. So really, okay, so let's search for wherever we have height, that becomes size. Hold on, let's undo this. Okay, what can I search here to get both sides? I want, guess we'll just do width first. Okay, so that's going to be size.x. Then we select for height and change u to be size.y. Okay, I think that works. The thing with this explicit typing stuff is that it's prone to typos, like using x twice instead of x, then y, or width twice. Yeah, I can see that. I can see it definitely being more prone to typos, but also it's only used once, right? So like once I have it right, it's never going to change again. So typos that are caught at the beginning don't matter quite as much. If I was doing this a whole bunch of times, I think that would be a different thing altogether, right? Oh yeah, these two are just half size. So vec2 new half size. This can be half size. I think we have to clone you. Well, maybe this will maybe influence copy, and then this is negative half size. So negative half size. Okay, so if I do that, okay, so no errors. Okay, so that might work. Yeah, I see what you mean though. Like it would probably be better for me to learn how to do the shape in terms of angles, and then I just draw it around. But yeah, I feel lazy and not learning that right now. I don't know. That may or may not be. I guess like I'm not trying to learn the math of that right now. That should be probably something later for us to learn though. In like 80% of cases, calling .x and .y is not necessary when I see people on Twitch using vectors. Yeah, that's true. It's more of I need to learn the proper way to do like the actual drawing around a circle thing in this way. I would need to learn what the angles really are, and then it would work. That would be fine. The angles and distances. And I don't know how to do that right now. And that's not part of my learning plan for this app. So yeah, that might be eventually might get into that though. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Once we learn that, that does open up new things. I can absolutely see that. Okay, so we create the UFO shape. That works. We have a size like this. Let's double check that everything is still working as expected. That is okay. There's our UFO. I feel like the height can be a little bit taller, but it's a little bit harder to tell. Maybe we can make it. Well, I don't want it to look like an asteroid. So it's a deadly spike. Yeah, it does kind of look like a spike. I can make it so instead of 0.25, we can make it closer to circles. Like let's do not 4.5, 3.5. Okay, but it now exists. Now in update, I probably want to have like a pub function, like give it a random direction. So random direction. Now this is running every single time, and this is the first time I'm thinking maybe I should have a random number in a, what is it called? In a as a resource. I wonder if we can do that. So if I do like insert resource, can I just do like a thread RNG? Just throw that in there. The trait bound thread RNG resource is not satisfied. Oh, I can't just throw that in there. I have to put it inside of a RN. Okay, so let's go into resources. If I do RNG the thread RNG. Just wrap it in a new type like this, right? We are pretty close. We're implementing a UFO. So this is going to be RNG. Ooh, I want, okay. RNG resource like that. Ooh, what are you upset about? Oh, I can't share. Oh, no. Okay, so I can't actually share RNG. It does, something have I actually checked? I don't actually know if I've checked this before. Does Bevy include a random number generator? Oh no, there's no rand. There's no rand at all in here. Okay, never mind. We have to do it ourselves. Okay, so I don't think I can make this a resource, can I? Which means we have to just use that again in here. So I can't insert a resource for you, which is a little bit unfortunate. Which means that in this resource, which runs every tick, it was saying that it's not RNG isn't thread safe, so I can't put it into a resource. It has to be thread safe. So you're gonna have pub function, give it a random velocity. So this is gonna be update velocity. The update, yeah, velocity is fine. So update UFO velocity. We're gonna go find update for plane. Okay, game state plane, systems, UFO systems. Ooh. Cannot find value, update velocity. Because I didn't save it? Because I didn't save it. Okay, so I do need a velocity in here though. So velocity vec3 0. I think I just do 0, right? 0, like that. Okay, so we need to create a force. So let our force is going to be equal to a vec3 new, and then this needs to be, okay, so we need to mute RNG. Oh, I'll prefer 0 over 0'd. Sure, let's try it. I just saw that they released. I didn't really see anything about what that means. Okay, so for an X, I'm going to want something like, this is going to run every tick, so I want it to be relatively small. Otherwise, it's going to zoom across the screen and be really hard to hit. So we're going to do RG gen range between something like negative, let's do like straight negative 1.0 through 1.0. So if I do that for the X, we do the same thing for the Y, and we don't care about the Z. So we get our force, and then I just want to update the velocity. So we're gonna get a mu. We need a query for this. This is gonna be the UFO query. Say query, and the only thing I really care here is the velocity, right? So we're gonna get a velocity with UFO. Is that the component? I think that was the component, right? Yeah, components. Okay. So we could just do a for. So for mute velocity in mutable reference to UFO query. What are you upset about? Cannot mutate, immutable because you need to be mutable. And then we're going to just say our velocity is plus equals to the force. So add the force to the velocity. Right, you need to be a double dereft. Okay, you're happy. Update velocity should just be running now. Good. Okay, so update velocity, that works. Will this just now forever move around randomly? Because we have things that just update you. So let's try running this. That's not a UFO. That's just a paper plate lost in space. It kind of looks appropriate. I might want to do the line across the center, and then make it a little bit taller too. I thought 35% was going to be big enough for that, but apparently not. Can you get a semicircle on it? I probably could. Okay, so let's play with the shape of that. It is moving around, which is nice and good. There's also a non-terminal helix GUI already? I had no idea. Okay, so that's great. We have our ship, in this case, is moving. You're moving up a lot. You are, let's see, our force is just -1, 1, -1, 1. So that should be moving left and right completely randomly. So I think we'll leave that alone. Now for our size, let's try significantly less. Let's do something like multiplied by 8.5. So it's a lot closer to being tall. Maybe that will look a little bit better. There we go. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Now I think I can do a line across the middle. We can do a line across the middle too. So in the shape, that brings us to the middle. Now, what if I do one more shape, which is, let's see, we're at the bottom left. So I want to go to be on the, let's see, vec2 new all the way. Let's see. So negative size.x and then 0 and then a vec2 new size.x 0. So if I do that, that might make it look a little bit more interesting. Yeah, okay. Let's let it come into the center a little bit. That looks a little bit weird, doesn't it? Like that line is like faded out into the middle. That's, huh. I wonder why that is. And oh, you know what? We don't have to make it closed. Oh, I wonder if it's because I have it as closed true and we could just do closed false. That might make it look a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that looks a lot better. That looks a lot more like our UFO. Now, I don't think I can destroy it. I can shoot at it, but it's not destroyable, as it were. So I need you to be collidable, which we can add that in to here. Now we'll get collidable messages with that. So we need to handle the bullet, let's see. What would that be? I want to handle the bullets connecting with the other thing. So this is going to be a pub function handle UFO bullet collisions. And bullets are going to start from the center of it too. Maybe. Okay, so handle the UFO collision detection. So we have our event system. So I want to grab the event. And now if we go to like the ship systems, for example, and there's the handle ship collisions. I kind of want to do something. Actually, I want to do it probably similar to the asteroids. Handle collisions with this. So I want to get let's grab all of you, and then we're going to do the same thing with you. We're going to get the bullets out of here. So handle collisions in the asteroid systems. Okay, so we'll grab you out. All right. So what do we want here? Asteroid query. So instead of an asteroid query, this is going to be the UFO query. So query, we're going to get the position and the size of the UFO and the entity with UFO. Bullet query with the bullet. Get the commands. We're getting an explosion event and a score event. Okay. You can do generic systems functions that return other systems. Maybe that can reduce the copy pasta going on here. Maybe it can. I haven't. That feels like something we can maybe do as a more advanced, like the next game with Bevy. Although, like, I still am like not sure how much I want to really dive into learning Bevy until the UI, like the GUI, is created, because I still feel it's going to be very different once that comes into place. Like I would imagine that the programming is going to feel different. But yeah, that's a really good point. Why would it? Because when you're programming with GUI, think about it like when programming they're trying to say that Bevy is like their answer to Unity in Rust, right? But think like if you ever programmed in a GUI tool like Unity, how similar does it feel to this? It's gonna feel closer to Unity than this, right? Like where you're just writing little scripts as opposed to full out like the full systems and everything else. I would imagine so. I don't know if it'd be no code. I think it'd be low code, right? It would be like low code or medium code versus code. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot less boilerplate to be done with. That's my guess. Is that like, and because of that, I don't know if I want to spend a lot of time learning this side of Bevy when everything is gonna change. I mean, every time I see somebody like trying to sell Bevy, that's what I keep on hearing about it. Is like, oh, it's sort of trying to be Unity. And then the GUI is like they're setting an expectation for that up. So where does it say it's going to change to GUI? I think they have in their roadmap. Don't they have a roadmap somewhere? So I could swear I saw it in here at some point in time. Bevy engine roadmap? Oh, they have milestones. Okay. That could, let's see, milestones. Do you have like a description? Or how about like GUI? I don't remember where I've seen it. I have seen people chatting about it. There's quite a bit of GUI prototyping for Bevy going on. There's a page that has collected a bunch of mock-ups and prototypes. You find it highly unlikely that the main development workflow of Bevy will change very much. They're working on an editor. Okay, that's what it is, editor. But it's optional, and it's only really for stuff like editing a 2D, 3D world. I very much doubt it's going to replace traditional coding. Yeah, true. Bevy ECS will likely remain forever a low-level standalone crate. That does feel like it. The GUI work being done is for the in-game UI stuff. So I guess like because I have heard of people claiming that Bevy is trying to be similar to Unity. Now, is that official or is that just a bunch of people claiming that? That may be something else. But it generally makes me sort of like unsure about the future of it, especially since it still is pretty early on in development. And like one of the things is I might after this, the next game we're probably going to do is probably going to be in Godot because I want to try out Godot, which is more like an actual released game engine. And we can do Rust with Godot. And I mean, I would rather do something where I don't have to write so much boilerplate or something else. It is trying to compete with Unity as a viable engine for AAA games, but definitely not trying to emulate the Unity workflow. I wonder how realistic thinking that is, because like a lot of people coming from Unity are going to want something that like feels similar to Unity, right? Like why would they go to this instead of going to Godot or Unreal or something like that? Okay. So in Godot, we it is more of like I want to learn that to see if I like that type of programming as well, because I've never really done GUI programming. And I would like for game type things, there's a nice thing about that sort of like GUI programming that you do, which is it makes things a little bit faster and simpler. Okay, what am I doing here? We are continuing to work on you. Okay, so we have our asteroid query. So this is, I want our UFO position, our UFO size, and then we can just do UFO for the entity in UFO query. Okay, so iterate through that. If bullet position distance, okay, so if bullet position, I'm getting that over the bullet, okay. So you know what also we should get is I should get ship bullets. So for ship position, input firing, fire bullet. So this is ship firing a bullet, right? I want to rename to ship firing bullet, ship fire bullet. Okay. Ooh. So ship fire bullet is gonna add in that this is a ship marker to it too. So ship like that. And then in our UFO systems, bullet query, we're going to have to also get, okay, so with bullet, can I have multiple things here? Oh no, it's like with and, right? So there's like a with and. That's a tracing subscriber. That doesn't seem right. I could swear that we did something where it was like two things, but like maybe, here, we could also just grab you. We'll just, throw bullet. Sorry, ship in here. Import you. Okay, so I don't really care about the ship thing in here. And just to show it off, this is the ship marker. Okay. All right, so then we have, okay, so for UFO position, UFO size, and the UFO. In UFO query, you have the bullet position and distance. Okay, so bullet position distance from the UFO position is greater than bullet size plus the UFO size. Continue. We're going to despawn the UFO, despawn the bullet, send a explosion event to the UFO position. Okay, in score event, you get 10 points for destroying a UFO. RNG. Oh, and then we do not create 2 new asteroids out of the UFO, and we break immediately after this. Okay, so that does that. Okay, I think now that I should be able to destroy the UFO now. You've never heard or seen any hint at Bevy replacing coding via REST with GUI-based coding, whatever that means. It's also not part of the original statement by Cart Anderson. Turtles all the way down. It might be. It sometimes gets really hard to like see what truth is or what isn't, because there's a lot of people that talk about Bevy and what it really is. And I don't see any I didn't see like a roadmap or anything else. So it gets, because of that gets a little bit harder. There you go. And I got 10 points. So now we can destroy a UFO. Perfect. So next up, I want to have the UFO fire. Oh, it's very clear in the GitHub.io news. Okay, hold on. Let me grab that. So GitHub.io news introducing Bevy. Oh, you didn't have the dot. Nope. Hold on. Dot there. Oh, that isn't like that. What's the actual address for that? Oh, ad break. Okay, thank you for that. Oh, I see what I see what that was. That was Bevy engine cn dot. Okay, so oh no, so I turned that off. And we've been allowing links in until another event happens. Then I might have to turn it off again. But so far we've been okay. So this is introducing Bevy from 4 years ago. Now, is there a chance that it's possible that they change their mind in the future? Who knows, right? That certainly could happen. So we have Bevy apps. Okay, ECS. Shandu, hello. How are you doing today? Would that really be Rust-based development though? If it's a Rust-based GUI? It's like lots of features like these, which are all great. Editor. It needs to have an optional graphics editor. Scene creation is a large part of game development, and in many cases, visual editors beat code. As a bonus, the editor should be built in the engine. Godot uses this approach, and it is so smart. Doing so dogfoods the engine's UI system and creates positive feedback loops. Improvements to the editor are also often improvements to the core engine. It also makes sure your engine is flexible enough to build tooling and not just games. I personally consider building an engine's editor in another stack to be a missed opportunity. So yeah, like to me, my read on this is it's an editor because they're referencing Godot's editor. So I would basically say like, okay, I would imagine that the editor for here is going to be similar to the editor for Godot, which itself is similar to the editor for Unity. That's my read on this. Like, that's how I consider that. Okay, editor. Bevy is architected with a visual editor in mind. The scene and property systems were specifically built to make game editor data flow nicer. The editor will be built as a Bevy app and will utilize the existing Bevy UI, Bevy ECS, scene, and properties features. I like the build the editor in the engine approach because improvements to the editor are often improvements to the engine and vice versa. Additionally, it ensures that Bevy is capable of building non-game apps and tooling. It's like that's like my thought on this is like it's gonna feel different once the editor comes into play. I mean, so like we say, yeah, for scene creation, but if you look at Godot's editor, it's more than just for scene creation. It's also for updating properties. It's also for choosing which entities are matched with different things. So I don't really see how it won't change the feel of creating a game. If you're using it at all, like you don't have to use it at all, but it feels to me like it's going to change things. That's what it feels to me like. But of course, I could be very wrong. Like we haven't seen the editor. They're still, I don't even know if they've even started coding it. As far as I know, it's still in the early design phase. I think it's going to be the same behind the scenes. The question is the interface that we use, if we're using the editor, changes the feeling of how you code it? That's really the question. And I don't think anybody can really answer that until the thing is actually built, because up until then, there's still opportunities for the editor to change what it is, how big it is, how like what it can do. We don't know that. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to UFO. We want to, let's see. So spawn UFO, that's happening. UFO moved randomly. UFO fires bullets. That doesn't happen. But ship bullets can kill UFO. That is working. Okay. So I want a UFO fires bullets towards the current location of the player. Perfect. What we want to do then is add in, let's see. How would this work? I probably want a timer, right? I want a timer for firing bullets. So if we have our, which is probably a resource. So pub struct, this can also almost be like a UFO fire timer. So also a timer. Okay, so let's insert resource. This is a UFO fire timer. Timer from seconds. So we'll just say you can start firing. Oh, you have to wait every 1 second it can fire, or every like 0.1 seconds. I don't know what I want to do for this. Timer mode. It's once. Okay, so we insert U. I need to update the fire timer. So pub function update UFO fire timer. Whoa, no, stop. That. There we go. Don't turn everything into commas. That's not what I want. Okay, so update the UFO fire timer. I want to grab a mute fire timer, which is a res mute UFO fire timer. And we're just going to do fire timer tick. Oh, and then the timer. I guess that's the thing is tea kettle is I don't know what it's going to look like. I guess to me is because it's so early in development still, I don't really want to learn any like more advanced parts about Bevy until it's more 1.0. Because like once it's 1.0, then we can make the assumption that things aren't going to change as much. And at that point in time, I'm perfectly fine diving in deeper into like making things actually good. But I don't know about like abstractions or anything else, because if things change, all that learning is just waste to me. Let's see, resmute. I want that, and then I want to grab. This is just gonna be timer. So timer, which is a res. It's time, and we're gonna have timer delta. Learning is never a waste unless you learn Tailwind, which I don't even know if that's not a waste either. It's more of like learning is never a waste, but for me, so yeah, I can get rid of it. I can get behind that. So let me change what I said then. It's more of I have no desire to learn any more than really the basics of Bevy because it can change so much due to the fact that it's not 1.0 yet or greater. Once it hits 1.0, I am much more interested in diving a lot deeper. And I would assume that the editor would change things, but that's mostly because I don't really understand what the editor is. So like it may not change things at all. Like you might be fully right. You probably are. But I think I would be more interested in learning Godot and how to do that kind of stuff. And maybe like we could also learn how a little bit better of like how to use Bevy's editor that may or may not be exactly like Godot's from learning Godot. Like that might be helpful too. Okay, update UFO fire timer. You hope they do some fancy stuff with the editor that nobody else can. We have enough Unity clones. Maybe. I mean, I don't know enough about like what even like Unity can truly do with the editor or with what the clones are and what they're doing. Similar to how they went way beyond what others can do with the ECS. That would be really interesting if they can do that and also release the editor. And I think that's the concern, right? Because the editor, if they try to do something too clever and make the editor take too long to release, that's not good either. But remember, they started with specs. With specs, right? They started with specs as the ECS and then switched to their own ECS after they sort of like realized, okay, this is what we're going to work on. This is how it's going to work. I don't know. Like I've not used editors myself, but from people that I've talked to that are using editors for making games, the big thing is that speed of game development increases a bit. That seems to be like the main reason is like they feel that it's now faster to make a game. Okay, so we have that. Now I update you, and so then I want to fire bullet. Okay, so what do we need? We need just the timer, right? Oh, and this needs to be mute because I'm going to reset it after this, right? So if okay, so let's get the fire timer, and then let's also, what do I also want to get? I guess we're just creating a bullet here. Now in bullet systems, this doesn't fire the bullet here. We have our timer like that. So in bullet systems, I have ship fire bullet. What if I create an alternate version of this that's going to be slightly different? So now this is going to be UFO fire bullet. Yeah, I don't know either because I've never used an editor seriously. So it's one of those things where I want to try it out. I want to learn it. Especially because I've worked with people who are using Unity and some other things professionally. So like learning how those things work would help me work with them better too. I just have no desire to learn Unity. Let's see. Commands, firing query. So we don't need a query, we need the timer. So this is just gonna be firing timer, which is a resmute UFO fire timer. Ship queries, so I don't oh, this won't be a ship. Okay, this won't be the ship query. This will now be a UFO query. So I want the position. We don't have a rotation. Oh, you put the firing timer. Oh, you put the firing timer on the UFO. Oh, I like that a little bit more. Okay, so hold on. What I'm probably gonna do is just do maybe like an update UFO. So that'll be upset for a little bit. So when I, let's see, in components, pub struct, okay, so we're gonna have a UFO fire timer here, which is a pub timer. Let's see, okay, so I probably want the deref and deref mute too. Okay, so grab you. Then in UFO systems, so you're gonna be update, And the only thing we're doing with this is we're going to have a UFO query. So UFO query, and let's see, anything with a UFO. Okay, so I want the UFO firing timer. So mute UFO fire timer with UFO. Oh, but then there was a fire timer on the other component, right? Yeah, firing timer. Hold on, I don't need that as a component at all. We already have a component for this. Hold on, thinking components. So this is gonna be a fire timer, firing timer, like that, with UFO. Which does mean that I need to create, okay, so handle collisions, update velocity, spawn UFO. When you spawn, we're gonna have a firing timer. We're gonna have a timer from seconds. Let's do like 0.1. This might be too fast. Timer mode once. Oh, and it's all capitalized. Okay, so let's see, we have the del test. We're gonna do for UFO. Okay, so for it's really mute firing timer in the query. I want to do firing timer. I want to tick with the timer delta. Okay, so that's our main update that we're getting here. Oh yeah, no problem. I enjoy like talking about this as long as like everybody else is okay with it. Yeah, I don't know if it would be superior or not. I think that you're right though. It would be really good for bringing people in. And I can't imagine that it could compete with any of the other major game engines without it. Not at that level though. Not for AAA. Although don't a lot of AAA games just create their own engines anyways? I don't know enough about that. Diablo, welcome back. I am somehow still alive. True. But as you can tell, nobody can hear me. I turned off my mic hours ago. Most AAA games are complete garbage. I mean, but that's besides the point, right? Because they can be complete garbage but still use their own engine. Very few have in-house engines. Okay, that's good to know. All right, so they have them outdoors in the garden. Like Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, works of art and have absolutely perfect, consistent performance and latency characteristics. You know, I never played the modern Doom. I think I played the original Doom series, and then that was it. Like I haven't played any. Like, was it 2016? Was that the first modern remake of it, or was there an even earlier one? Hunt Showdown uses its own engine, as does Project Zomboid. Interesting. I didn't realize that. Okay, there was nothing between Doom 3. Okay, so let me be more specific. I've never played more than the original Doom. So I don't even know when Doom 3 came out. Doom 3 was still the old school, like not really 3D game, right? I'm kind of not missing much. Okay. Would it be worth it for me to play any of the more modern Dooms though? It was oh, right. It was Castle Wolfenstein. That was a 2D game. It was made in a 2D engine, but they made it look 3D. That's what it was. Doom 2016 is a very fun game. Okay, I will add that to my list. Oh, it's in your top 10 of games? That's pretty good. Also, Epic Fail Guy. Hello, how are you doing today? And it goes on Steam sale frequently. Nice. Okay, I will have to add that to my list. Okay, that being said, update the firing timer. Firing timer. Okay, so that's the only thing we're really doing here. So then the next thing would be, so we tick that, and we go to bullet systems, and I want to fire the bullet, right? So we have our commands, we have our firing timer, which is the, not that, we have our UFO query, which gets us a position, a firing timer, and I don't care about the velocity, but I do need the ship because I'm gonna shoot at the ship. So I need the ship query. So I want your position, and that's it. That's all I care about with the ship. But if it's just one thing, I just want you and you. Okay. So we have our UFO query, we have our ship query. Materials. I don't know if I really. I guess we're gonna do the same thing there. Meshes, bullet query. I don't know if I need the bullet query to get the bullets. I'm just going to fire the bullet. And I need time. Do I need time? I don't think I need time. So okay, so that firing okay, let me mute firing query. I'm not gonna do that. Ship position. Okay, so I do need the ship. So if we don't have a ship, there's nothing to fire at, so we quit out early. So we do a let ship position. Oh, it's gonna be let sum. So let sum ship position equals ship query get single. Okay. Otherwise, return. Okay, so that gets us a ship position. And I don't need you. And I don't need... Oh, because this was like to count how many bullets we had. And I don't really care about that. So we have ship position. And then let's just... we have only theoretically one UFO at a time too. So let's do... let's... UFO, which is the position and firing timer. So UFO position, UFO firing timer, you're immutable, and that's gonna be our UFO query. We're gonna get single, okay that. Otherwise, it's gonna be an early return because also, again, we don't really care. Oh, did I just miss another ad? Sorry about that. Yeah, meanwhile things are doing. Ads are happening and I completely focused through that. Sorry about that. That's why we need to finish that stream manager. You know, I'm saying ship, but your brain is hearing something else. That sounds like a you thing. And even if it's everyone else, it's still a you thing for everybody else too, right? Okay. So all right, so we have our ship position, we have our UFO position. We then want to check our... Okay, we need to get our firing timer. So if the UFO firing timer... we'll just do this. If it's finished, so if it's not finished, it's another return. Like we're good. It is finished, so we're good to go here. So in that case... I don't care about how many bullets we have. UFO gets to be OP. I don't care if we're firing or not. Firing timers. Okay, we do that stuff. Okay, that's a good point. So at this point, we then say UFO firing timer. We reset you so you can fire again in your whatever cadence you are. We don't really care about that. Then we create our bullet size. Okay, so we do everything else here. Now, I could put this into its own function to have them be separate, but rule of 3, right? We've only done this twice. I might want to change the color or do something else with the bullet to show that it's different. In fact, let's try that. What's a better color that we can use? I could use something like red, green, blue. Alice blue? Alice blue. Is that like a lighter blue? Don't need to rotate it. We do that. Okay. Direction. Okay, so our direction is going to be the bullet. Okay, so a little bit simpler than what we have here. My direction is just going to be the... Ooh, which one is it? I'm either going to fire it in the correct position or exactly the opposite. We're going to find out. I think it's going to be... We start with ours, right? So UFO position. And this is a double dereferenced minus ship position. And then we normalize that, times it by 1,000. I am just going to not have any special distance we go there. Okay. Well, velocity. Okay, so we create a velocity for that. I don't need a new timer. So then we're going to spawn. Oh, we do need a timer. The bullet only exists for that much time. So then we have a bullet position, bullet velocity, mesh timer, collidable, bullet size, and then I want this to be a UFO bullet, which I think we had a ship bullet. Oh, I just add in UFO to it. Okay, never mind. Bullet systems, UFO to that. Okay. I don't know. That may screw us over. That may have been just you because I don't have Discord running on the streaming PC, which is where you would have heard that for. And then the Discord that I have on this system over here has streamer mode enabled. So it shouldn't have happened. I would imagine so. Well, I don't think it should have. Okay, so we do that. Bullet mesh. Okay, so material. Okay. Fill struct fields. Missing structure fields. Why are you missing when I had everything else? Oh, default. Okay. Transform. Mismatch types expected. Bevy transform found. No, range. Width scale. Splat bullet. Default. Oh, that's what happened to the default. Okay. All right. Are we firing? What's the chance that this fires bullets? None, because we have an error? Oh. UFO firing timer reset. Cannot borrow you as mutable. I thought I made you mutable. Okay, so mutable reference there. We have mute. Oh, get single mute. Get single mute. Go. Oh, and UFO fire bullet isn't even being used. Well, that's a thing. Okay. UFO fire bullet cannot find that. Why not? Oh, because you're not in UFO. You're in bullet systems. UFO fire bullet. Okay, so you don't need to be mutable. Okay. Now what's the chance? Take two. All right. What's the chance that I have bullets fired at me? Now I don't think the bullets will hit me yet. Huh. I'm getting a really high score. Okay. Cool. I'm pretty sure that I need to, for these bullets, have their own component markers. I think we're running into weird issues like that. So components, we're gonna add new ones where it's gonna be a pub struct. This is gonna be a ship bullet, pub struct, UFO bullet. Okay, so that's in bullet systems. This is a UFO bullet. And then up here, I want ship bullet. Okay, so I add those in there. And then I think that means with our UFO systems, handle the collisions, I want with ship bullet instead. Like that. Okay. I don't think I can be destroyed yet, but let's oh, and then the other thing was it was spawning the bullets even when the UFO doesn't exist. So why is that? Okay, UFO fire bullet. I want to. Oh, I'm moving it towards where the. Let's see. Transform. I do that. The position is the ship position, and I want you to be the bullet position, the UFO position. That was the problem. Is it's going to the wrong position. Okay, so if I do that, are you gonna be happy more? Are you gonna be more happy? The other thing I'm a little bit worried about is like why was it putting the bullets on the ship? Okay, I don't see a bullet showing up over there. And the UFO is not firing a ton of bullets. If you're not finished, okay, so if you are finished, continue. If you're not finished, return early. We're spawning the bullet with the velocity, which is this direction. Okay. It has a position as a mesh, as a timer. Why are you ship? I don't want you to be a ship there. Could that have caused an issue? Okay. I have created an auto clicker. Are the bullets spawning inside of the asteroids? The bullets aren't appearing anywhere. They're not drawing. Oh, but I think that they're appearing inside the asteroids. What's going on with that? So in UFO fire bullet, I want ship query. I want a position with the ship. Okay, so I want to get the ship position, not just any position. So get single ship position. It is with a ship. And that is ship query. Okay. UFO position, which is UFO query with ship. Well, that's okay. Give me UFO with UFO. I don't know why that was killing all of the asteroids, though. That feels weird. Okay, now the asteroids aren't just automatically dying. I don't have any weird bullets sort of appearing there. And now, where's our UFO? Oh, there's our UFO. Okay. What do we think? Diablo, you were worried that this wouldn't be hard enough. Is this going to be hard? Is this going to be better? To run away from the UFO. I feel like it's firing the opposite direction. Okay, so it's firing the opposite direction of me. So I did do it wrong. I wanted to do ship position minus UFO position. Needs more bullets. I mean, it won't. You won't be able to, it'll just be a street. It'll just be a laser. We could just do a laser where it just instantly kills you if you have any light in the sight to it. Okay, so I want. We can make you last. We can make the bullet last longer, which would be even worse. But I think that'll be good. Okay, so we do that, and now the bullet should be heading towards me from the UFO. Yep, instantly dead. You have to basically just be running around and trying to avoid it. So like if I'm trying to kill it, what's the problem? I can't fire now. This has just become a survival game. I can't fire my bullets anymore. So now you have to just manipulate the UFO to just shooting everything for you and not getting shot yourself. All right, so why isn't that working? Ship bullet. I mean, the only thing I changed was added in a ship bullet. Wait, can I fire my bullets before the UFO appears? I didn't check that. I can. Okay, so I know why. Okay, I know why. In the ship fire bullet, I am looking at let's see, I need to do a bullets query. So query this with ship bullet. There. Now it's only checking 3 of those. So now this will work. Okay, and then while we're waiting for that to come up, we want a ship system for colliding with bullets, right? So handle ship collisions. Where's my, okay, so in UFO systems, I kind of want to take you, and we're going to do the same thing down here. So handle ship bullet collisions. And let's see, what do we want? Okay, so I want the ship query. So give me the position, size, and entity with ship. Bullet query with UFO bullet. With bullet, okay. And actually, you know what? I don't even do that. I could just do with UFO bullet. Okay, so if it has UFO bullet, I want that in. Give me the commands, explosion event, and you don't get a score from this. Okay. See, for bullet position, bullet size. Okay, so bullet position, bullet size, bullet entity. I don't need the marker anymore because I thought better. And bullet query iterator. Okay. For UFO positions, this is going to be ship position, ship size, ship, and ship query. Iterate over that. If bullet position distance to the ship position is greater than the bullet size times the ship size, continue. Entity UFO entity ship despawn recursive despawn the bullet explosion event, send that to the ship position, and no score, and then we go from there. Okay, so now we should die if it hits us. Okay, we need to be moving at like a decent clip by the time this UFO comes in. Otherwise, we're just dead off the bat. And I probably don't want, there we go. Okay. Oh, okay. I do probably want to get killed by the UFO. There we go. I can get killed by the UFO. Let's see. When the game resets, we should, let's see, in shared systems and reset game. I also want to get the, let's see. Oh yeah, entities to despawn. Okay, so entities or with bullet. Okay, so entity or with bullet, with asteroid, with UFO. Okay, so despawn the UFO as well. Okay, I think we're getting close to being just done. It's like la 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 la. Here we are, and then run away. What happened to the UFO? Did it get killed? I think my score went up by 10. Did I accidentally shoot it? Okay, let's try it again, but not kill the UFO. Let it kill us. Oh, crash. That's fun. Let's see. Panicked. Cannot insert a bundle for entity because it doesn't exist in this world. Okay. Oh, change thruster colors. Okay, so in change thruster colors, I'm let's see. For thrust children and we okay. Oh, because is it this error? Couldn't find the first child? Oh, I don't think it's this expect. Because that's not, I don't see that error in here. Let's see. So for thrust children in mute query, which is, okay, so thrust 0, and then I insert that. Otherwise, I insert that. But they don't exist anymore. So then, what do I want to do? I want to, well, what am I getting first? Because I am getting first in mute query, and then I get the entity thrusters. Oh, because I need the children off of here. Yeah, that is an interesting error. I wonder if I can search for ship, and if the ship doesn't exist, because I would imagine that shouldn't this just not run if it's 0 length because there aren't any children? It's like if I just do a ship query on a ship that has the ship on it, just try the game again. Sure, I haven't saved it. Okay, I think it's because I have my thrusters on. I have my thrusters on when I die. Could not insert a bundle for entity blah 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 because it doesn't exist in this world. Interesting. Okay. Now if I died without holding forward down, I guess it's interesting because I'm trying to insert, but it doesn't exist, but it clearly does exist because it's here. Does it still happen if you change it to mute children? Let's try it out. Mute children. Okay, hold on. Mute children like that. Okay, let's try it out. Let's find out. See, I think it would still happen if I just go straight into here holding. See that? That's fine. Come on, UFO, kill me. Ooh, you're right. Okay. Huh. I'm like shocked that it's been fine for so long. And then that was what caused it. Okay, but okay. Everything's good. So now we can change. Okay, so UFO fires bullets towards the current location of the player. UFO bullets can kill the player. UFO bullets can kill asteroids. So that's a UFO. We can now play this game, and it is close to, but not exactly a exact replica of asteroids. There's some differences, like the UFO is extremely dangerous. Like way too dangerous. But it's part of the fun, right? So we have 15 seconds to get rid of this asteroid before UFO shows up. Now, like we can argue that this is just an unfair game. I don't have any sounds. That might be something interesting to add too. Wait a second. It just happened again. Huh, okay. Never mind. So that wasn't the problem. Okay, so give me thrust and the children. I can just do with ship, maybe? Oh, it probably is. Okay, hold on. We can change thruster colors, Change thruster colors are in here. And I want to do that. I want to do that before handle explosion event. No. Handle ship collisions. Oh, because I put handle UFO bullet collisions in here and handle ship bullet collisions. If I do this after, bring that back to here, but then we're going to go. Okay, so do this afterwards. Okay, so after thruster change colors, then we'll handle the ship bullet collisions. That's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. I could just stop drawing it also. That might also work. Let me see if this does it. Okay, that worked. See if it does it again. Okay, maybe I fixed it, and maybe that's all we need to do is just make sure that it's the ship is still there. We don't have the ship get removed until after any thruster color changes happen. A common technique in old embedded systems programming, effectively everything is global and lives forever. Yeah, I think I've done that before with like bullets, like where we had just a bullet pool where we just moved them off to the side and they rendered off screen. We've done that before. Yeah, we've done that. Okay, so I think we fixed it. Okay, so here's our game now. We can do all the things. The only thing left would be a twist, which in a way we can argue that the UFO is a twist. I'm trying to hide behind the asteroid. Okay. Nope. Stop. Okay. Diablo, I don't think we can handle this. I don't think I can beat this UFO. I guess I need a lot of asteroids. Okay. I think we need to make it slower. Like fire slower. Okay, let's do a tiny bit of balancing so I can actually play for real. We're gonna go into our UFO systems and spawn UFO. Instead of 0.1, let's just say it's every half second that it fires. You should choose to buff players instead of nerf enemies when it comes to stuff like this. Well, isn't that only after you do your initial balancing though? Like once you release it, then I agree with that. Also, what do I know? I don't make games where I've like ever balanced anything or done anything like that. Yes, but it's the mindset. I mean, one of the things that's really nice is that the players just die right away. So like I guess like what would be a way to allow the UFO to fire as fast as it is? Okay. Did I kill the UFO or did it die from an asteroid? I don't think it can die from an asteroid, right? All right, so caffeine might become illegal in esports in the future. Oh, that would be a huge change. I can't imagine that. Isn't Red Bull is a big video game like esports? They're certainly not going like the Red Bull has tons of caffeine in it. They wouldn't allow that to happen, I would imagine. At least certainly at their events. They would probably do something like required caffeine. Red Bull has very little in it. Okay, I had no idea. Okay, so I think I have to get good to beat the UFO, but I like it's a level of difficulty that's much better now. You still have to move because it's going to fire directly at you, and it starts firing right away. So you want to go, but I think this is pretty good. I think we can do some like try to figure out something unique for the game. The thing that I'm thinking about is like maybe every level we just take something and make it random. That would be hilarious. I don't know if that would be actually easy to play. Maybe the UFO is the twist also. Okay, time to move. Oh, the bullets are too fast. Oh, let's do sounds. Yeah, that's right. Okay, sounds. So add sounds. All right, so I'm gonna have to go because it's 2:17 and the only thing I've eaten is this smoothie. So I probably want to go actually eat lunch. So we're just going to come up with a plan for it. And then next week on Wednesday, we'll work on the sounds part of it. So, okay, we have firing bullet. Let's see. Firing bullet. We have explosions. Explosion. We have asteroid. Let's see. Firing bullet, explosion, UFO. Just the UFO existing. might be good. Oh, and thrusting. What do you think? I like those. And then I don't even know if I need to come up with a twist. I think like this might be the twist is the UFO shoots at the player. The UFO helps you destroy the incoming huge asteroid that will destroy the Earth, but you kill it and you lose. To me, that would be hilarious. I feel like I would want to change the entire premise of the game to be like a completely different thing instead of normal asteroids, but I do like where your head's at. All right. I'm going to leave this here as the plan for next time. That's status. Okay, we added a lot here. Git add dot. Okay, what did we do on this one? We basically made it so created a UFO. It randomly moves around the world and shoots at ships. 1 UFO per level. Dangerous AF. All right, and that's being pushed up and is available for you all to look at if you want to look at the code. So I am feeling pretty tired. I'm going to need to head over and grab some lunch and rest a little bit. In the meantime, let's see. Finwo is doing some work on a authentication dashboard, something with TypeScript. So I think what we'll do is go ahead and raid Finwo. And of course, this is going to be raid for Twitch. I don't know if Finwell is streaming on whatever it's called, YouTube or not. Let's see. Raid. Whoa. Putting on the Viking helmet. Yes. Okay. So I probably won't hang out with you too much on there because I need to go grab some lunch. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me today. We got a lot of progress done. All we need is sounds, which is part of polish, and then we're good to go. So with that, I hope that you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.